Hey guys, let's go ahead and start with today's collective. I'm going to be pulling from the Star Dragons Oracle cards just because I'm like obsessed with this deck. Okay, so let's see. What's the theme for today's collective? What is the theme for today's collective? Invention, burning with passion. Oh, how cool is that? Okay, let's see. So in this deck, there are 3 different messages. One, if you notice, the dragon itself has a constellation on it because the dragon represents a constellation. And then this humanoid figure over here represents the brightest star in that constellation. So they each come with a message. The herald comes with its message. The dragon comes with its message. And then there's an overall message, okay? So let's read all 3. Number 11. Okay. So the constellation is Centaurus, which is of course why it's, a centaur. Kind of sounds like Taurus, and we're in Taurus season, so yeah. The star is Rigil Centaurus Alpha Centauri. So the wisdom of the herald says, feel the fire of passion and vital energy arise from your core. Time to take action. Time to burn with vitality. Allow your passions to rise to the surface as you prepare to embark on a new endeavor fueled by the deepest core of your being. Let it burn bright and strong just like the star. Wisdom of the dragon. From your very core, invention pours out of you, racing to fill the dark night of the sky with light and energy untold. Create. Be fulfilled. Masterfully craft your vision as you bring something new to life. There is no room for shyness or hesitancy. Master your craftsmanship and harness your creative brilliance. The time is now. Ooh. Overall energy says, undertake a new creative endeavor that fills you with passion and excitement. This must be something that exhilarates you to your core. Tackle the new project. Create something amazing. Dazzle the world with your masterful brilliance. Shine your light with a vengeance as your vision comes to life. Well, isn't that fascinating? Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and put that there. We are going to be using Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams for today's collective. And I'm like also obsessed with the Tarot of the Divine. So I'm going to be using these to clarify. By the way, be careful. I just realized I hadn't really been checking the notifications because I had been traveling. And yesterday I finally sat down and went through all of the past notifications, and I realized there's a new scammer out there. Yesterday, their picture was 2 days old. Their account was like 2 days old. So their new account, reblocked them, went through trying to find all their comments, deleting them because they're trying to, get you to message them. Keep in mind, people, just because they have my pictures, they have my name, that is not me. Look at how old the account is. Look at what content they have. And I will never be soliciting you for business. That's why I'm always really strict about you message me. Message this page, Artesana Divina, because that's the only way you'll know that I'm like not out there being a scammer, okay? Also, again, my name is Rosette Torres. For those of you who forget, I am the person that owns this page, that runs this page. So if you see anything with my name on it, Rosette Torres, just make sure that you don't block that one because that one is me. Unless, that's complex. We're just going to have to really be using discernment. One more thing, I am open to personal readings again. Thank you so much to all of those who have already started booking. I appreciate y'all. One more thing I've been having a lot of issues with subscriptions. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with Facebook. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes they'll tell me, they'll screenshot where it says the link is broken to subscribe, or that the page isn't there, or keep in mind, Mercury retrograde is here. There's going to be a lot of technical glitches. I am using Facebook's platform, but I have no control over the subscriptions. So I'm actually thinking about moving them to another platform like Patreon, Vimeo, something like that, because I get so many messages daily of people dealing with subscription issues, and I'm so sorry. The only thing I've noticed that can make it a little easier is if you go to a desktop and try and process things there, than over your mobile phone. Apparently it doesn't like mobile phones. I don't know. So sorry about that. Okay, enough announcements. Let's go ahead and get started. What is today's collective about? What's today's collective about? Today is the day of Mercury because it's Wednesday. So I decided to use this deck. This is my favorite deck for Mercury. Y'all saw how it landed, right? So I'm just going to flip it over. Okay, Palace of Swords in reverse. This is not good. Okay, let's see. Next. What else? Oh my God. Okay, the Lovers. Well then, the Star and the Eight of Wands with the Justice card. Interesting. So, Palace of Swords in reverse indicates that something isn't being thought through to me. That's why I'm like, ooh, I don't like this. Because I'm the type of person that thinks everything in life, big decisions especially, should be thought through very carefully before you make them. So somebody here's rushing. They're rushing into a love connection because they feel like this is the person that they've always wanted. With the Justice card here, though, I smell karma. I smell karma. Oh, what should we ask? How to even begin, right? Let's see. Let's get whether it's masculine or feminine. Who is it that's rushing? Who's rushing? Justice card. So Justice is here twice. Could be Libra energy. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Ten of Wands is Sagittarius, Saturn. Page of Coins with the Five of Coins. Okay. Doesn't have to be. It could just be telling us why this person is rushing. With the Five of Coins, this is feeling low value. Somebody not knowing their worth, somebody not knowing just how valuable they are, really, is what it comes down to. Issues of worthiness. So I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. When someone rushes into commitment with another person, it does indicate low value, because somebody who truly knows their worth is not going to be rushing into commitment with anybody because they know their value, and they're going to be like, well, I make sure that I add a lot to other people's lives. I want to make sure other people add a lot to my life before I just immediately, jump in head first. So if somebody's rushing into commitment, they probably do have an issue with self-worth. Now, the Justice card here twice tells me that there is somebody needs to balance something out. Justice here is twice. Justice card is here twice, which indicates like there's an imbalance. There's something, and it probably has to do with that. Or it could also be somebody's rushing into commitment because maybe they're low on funds. I would hate to say that's the reason, but let's be real. They may be low on funds, and they may see somebody with the Hierophant energy who's already well established, stable, and they see them like, oh, I could totally marry this person because they would take care of me. But Ten of Wands, there's something about this commitment that it brings a lot of heaviness, a lot of responsibility. So I feel like the second story is more plausible because of this. So if somebody's looking at another person as commitment material, we have Gemini energy, Aquarius energy, Sagittarius, Mercury energy, Libra energy. So all the air signs are here. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Mostly. That's the strongest energy. If somebody's looking at another person for commitment because they are struggling financially, because they don't know how to manage themselves financially, then yes, it will be a struggle because they don't actually like that person. They like what that person could do for them. Does that make sense? So with the Palace of Swords being in reverse, whoever's doing this isn't really thinking it through. They're kind of just rushing ahead without, I don't know, this seems very ill-advised. And I'm trying to figure out what it has to do with invention. Because I was all excited that I was going to read about an inventor. Well, I know I still will. Let's see. Next set. Let's see. What else? What else comes up? Palace of Wands. High Priestess. So it did a little spin. It doesn't matter, honestly. That one is so, wow. This one is such a terrible card. Not terrible, but like being in reverse or upright doesn't really change the meaning too much. Hangman. Okay. So I feel like this is the opposite. I misread the first part. Because again, when it's starting off, it's a little wonky, right? Because there's not a lot of information. So it could be that somebody is trying to rush an air sign into commitment, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. They don't want them to think too much about it. Just jump in. And the air sign may be like, hold on. Let's think things through. Because whoever's trying to rush with Lovers and Palace of Wands, they're trying to rush into the pleasure of it all, right? They're trying to rush into the sexual part, most likely. Whereas someone here is definitely waiting. We have Pisces energy. Well, the Hanged Man is Pisces. The Priestess can be Pisces or Cancer. But again, we have Gemini, Mars, Gemini, Sun. So it could be that somebody's trying to rush this air sign or this water sign into commitment, while another person is trying to rush into sex. So I feel like there's two types of rushing, or at least that's what's being felt right now. Palace of Wands is like pleasure. It's, enjoyment. It's fun. But with the High Priestess, followed by the Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, what somebody isn't saying is that they're worried. They're worried about how this would go. They're worried about... Let's see, because there's a lot of worry with the Ten of Swords. It's like they're worried it would end quickly, or that they would end up getting betrayed. Who's trying to rush into... Oh, interesting. The High Priestess is the one trying to rush into sex? Well, hold on. Wow. Okay, so we have an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. So this High Priestess is the one trying to get some hanky-panky. And when I'm asking why, we do get the card of stability. But this is the part I was thrown off by. Ace of Swords. This High Priestess is the type of person that uses passion to get to know somebody. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of valid in some ways, in the sense that somebody who's selfish in sex is most likely going to be selfish in multiple ways. And somebody who's a giver in sex will most likely be a giver in multiple ways. However, there are people, this can backfire, because there are people who, if you're just a one-night stand, they will act differently sexually than if you're a partner, if you're a long-term commitment. So that could still backfire. But that's what I'm feeling here, that they're trying to rush the sexual part, not even so much for the enjoyment, but because it's like helping them assess whether somebody's a giver or a taker. Interesting. Okay. Next thing you know, all the guys will be using that line. Watch out, ladies. No, I'm just kidding. I know the ladies that watch my readings are very discerning anyways. So we've got two very different people here. Let's see. Let's keep going because I don't even know. Next steps. Ace of Cups. Wow. I literally just said two different types of people, and there they are. One's like, I want to offer love, and the other one's like, I want to offer dick, or vice versa. And they literally represent the vagina and the peener. I don't know why I'm talking like a 12-year-old. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. The point is they represent feminine, masculine energy, right? Six of Wands and Palace of Coins. Okay, so this is interesting because three different palaces have shown up almost right off the bat. So they're both trying to reach a place of stability, though. Faith, Hierophant. This is interesting because it's like they're both trying to reach a place of commitment. They're both trying to reach a place of stability. But with the Six of Wands, it's like, it's my way, though. No, it's my way. No, it's my way. So there's a battle of wills going on here. Seven of Wands, too. Yeah, like they're both people are very adamant about their stance. They're holding on to their point of view. Okay, so let's see. Give us more details about the person that wants to offer the Ace of Cups. We've got the Nine of Coins, Emperor, Ten of Cups, Six of Wands. Okay, like I said, both people are in Six of Wands mode. So the person that wants to offer love is somebody who's single. Nine of Coins. They're single, they're happy, they're plentiful, they're abundant. And with the Emperor, they're the type of person that they like to do things in a structured way. Like, you know, if they're building something, this is somebody who's like, oh no, we're going to lay down the foundation first. And then we're going to, like, everything has an order. The Emperor is very ordered, very organized. Ten of Cups. So to them, building a family, you don't start off, you start off with getting to know each other. You start off dating. You start off, like, they have a process. They have a step-by-step way to reach love. I think that's cute. This could be the masculine, honestly, which is really funny. So Six of Wands, they feel like this would be the best way to reach success and long-term stability. Tell us about the person who's offering the wand. Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, Three of Wands, King of Coins. Okay, another masculine energy. You know, it's really interesting. I feel like this person is definitely the High Priestess, which is, they could be the feminine, but they're the ones that came out with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, remember? So it's like this person is really intuitive, but they use sex in their intuitive studies or testing. So King of Coins, this is actually somebody who is very stable. This is somebody who actually does want long-term commitment. But again, the Nine of Swords, they're always afraid. There's a lot of fear here. Whoever's really pushing for the sexual connection, I have to be really honest about that. And I'm not talking down on this method of commitment. I just think that the Nine of Swords showing up twice with the Ten of Swords, they have gone through a lot of connections that end quickly. But I'm going to just be very clear, okay? Because I'm more supportive of this energy because I feel like they don't know how to build a strong foundation. That's the whole point. That's why this person is confident. The Emperor person, they're confident in, no, we have to go step by step because If you don't build a strong foundation, everything will collapse. And I think this person over here, what they're afraid of is wasting time. They're like, yeah, but what if I sit over here building a foundation and it still falls apart? Well, that's unavoidable. That's like saying, what if I build a house and one day it burns down? We can't say it won't, but if it has a stable foundation, at least it'll last longer, you know? But there's so much fear for this person. Page of Cups, they're a little emotionally immature, which of course is, yeah, because somebody who's like pushing for this type of connection first, they don't really understand the emotional implications that would come from it. And Three of Wands, I feel like this is somebody who, especially with King of Coins and Three of Wands, they're used to sacrificing a lot. They're used to giving a lot. So, like I said, this is their method of seeing if somebody's a giver or a taker, because they don't want to get embroiled in a situation where they'll always be the giver. The thing is that they only know how to assess this sexually. They don't know, maybe because they have a little bit of emotional immaturity, they don't know how to assess it any other way. Oh boy. Okay. What is it the person, let's look at this person over here. What the Emperor person, what is it they want out of this relationship? What do they want out of this relationship? Three of Coins, teamwork, cooperation. Ooh. The Star. They want peace. They want healing. They want the Fool, trust. Let's see at the bottom of the deck. Oh, look at that. The Two of Cups. So they definitely want a long-term commitment. They want, with the Star card, I feel like this is somebody who wants to build something that would stand the test of time, because the Star, you know, think about stars. They're generations will pass and the same stars will be there. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but it is. And with the Fool card, they want trust. They want trust that, you know, that they're not going to be wasting anybody's time. That, you know, if you bag an Emperor, you've bagged a pretty rare breed, right? And they're aware of that. They know how rare they are. So they're like, no, the reason they're rare is because they don't do things the way everybody else does them. They have a structured way to build things long lasting, especially when it comes to love. They're not going to jump into it overly quick. Yeah, look at that. They're very stable. Let's see. What does the Ace of Wands person want out of this connection? The Chariot. Success. They want to be this person's focus. The Moon. See, they're not really sure what they want. Possibly because, let's see. Let me hush before I. The Devil. Oh my God. With the Knight of Wands. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, person number one, Emperor person, emotional person, right? Wants stability. They want teamwork. They want trust. They want to build, you know, intimacy, but emotional intimacy, not just physical intimacy. This person over here only knows physical intimacy. Knight of Wands, Devil, the Moon. They only know physical intimacy. They don't know any other kind. So when this person over here is trying to slow down and get to know them, and they're sitting here like, what's the holdup? Why are you taking so long? Now, they do want success. With the Chariot, they do want success. They are also showing up in Emperor mode. Unfortunately, this Emperor is a little less structured than this one. I'm going to tell you why. It's a Chariot. So it's like if anybody gets in their way, they will mow them down. Whereas the Emperor is a lot more like somebody who plays chess, this one. They're a lot more responsible. They take things slower. They're more deliberate. With the Moon card, I think this person's a little lost on how to build strong commitment. That they both want the same thing, but their methods are just completely different. And unfortunately, this person over here doesn't realize that their method can be a little toxic, because if they're going through life just banging everybody they meet because that's how they assess, you know, commitment, well, they're going to they're going to be going through a lot of situations that burn out quickly, and then they're just eventually going to assume that love just burns out quickly when that's not the issue. That's not what's happening. But with the devil energy, they don't know any other way. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's put these cards up here. So we definitely have masculine and feminine energies at play. The feminine is the one that is more emotional. Literally came out with the Ace of Cups. They could be emperor. It's okay. It's just still a feminine energy. Whether it's an actual man or a woman, I don't know. But they're the feminine energy. And the masculine energy is the one that's coming in with the big old wand. Let's see, next set. Ultimately, they do really want the same thing. Next set. Next set. We've got these 6 of coins. Booty with the 8 of swords. The Magician. And the Knight of Cups with the 7 of coins. I feel like this is a cute story. It's still going to be a cute story, and I'm going to tell you why. With the 6 of coins, I feel like the person that's more structured is teaching the other person, like, whoa, whoa, Nelly, slow down. 8 of swords. And it's like the anxiety is reducing. We start off, the high priestess person start off with 10 swords, 9 swords. Now they're down to 8. Little by little, the anxiety, the fear is reducing, because they're very tuned into loss. They're very used to loss, but because they're so, they keep choosing. Oh, how do I put this? There's a saying in Spanish that says, el que compra barato, compra cada rato, which means if you buy something cheap, you're going to be buying it often. So think about that. It's like somebody who buys cars that are abandoned, and they fix them up enough to run for a little bit, but it's not going to last. And if they do that often enough, they're just always going to assume that cars are useless. But no, it's because they're not really putting work into purchasing high quality, name brand or something like that. So it's kind of the same issue here. This person is used to things that flame out quickly. So they just got used to, I'm just going to lose. I'm just always going to lose. Their anxiety is off the charts. And this person over here is quite confident. And they're the contrary. They're like, no, I know we won't lose as long as we take our time. So 6 of coins. They're kind of getting them to slow down and equal. The balance is here again, the scale. So it's like we have to give equally. We have to slow down. Let's take it easy. Slow down. So the anxiety is coming down. With the Magician here, I feel like this is both of them together. I feel like one person brings a lot of air and water energy, cups and swords, and another person brings a lot of pentacle and wand energy. So together they could be a real power couple. But with the Knight of Cups, I really remember this high priestess, weirdly enough, and I say weird because the high priestess is really intuitive, but in this case we don't know what the history was with this person, right? They start off with the Page of Cups. Now they're at the Knight. Now they're wearing a full set of armor, and they're riding a seahorse. So I wouldn't say that they're fully immersed in reality yet, but at least the emotions are growing. They start off with a page. Now they're at a Knight. They're still cautious. The armor indicates they're still cautious, but the swords are coming down. Let's see. Hold on. How does the cup person, how does the lovers person view the high priestess? 3 of Wands. High Priestess. Five of Pentacles. Oh, Knight of Wands. Okay. With the Tower. So, first of all, I don't think the person that is represented by the Lovers and the Star, I don't think that they were planning on coming across the High Priestess. With the Star, they were pretty shocked to come across this person, but they also see this person as somebody that the image that's coming to mind is like, you know, when there's about to be a fight or a big show and they're like, make some noise. This is the type of person that walks into a room and that's the energy, make some noise. So they're a little high strung, let me put it that way, especially with Knight of Wands energy and the Tower. The Lovers Star person sees them as a little high strung. They're very, there's a lot of mercurial energy around them. They have the 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and her, Magician. All Mercury energy. Gemini, 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 Mercury, which is Gemini, Virgo. So they may be somebody who talks fast. Like they have almost like what's the word? There's a word for that. I can't think of it right now. It'll come to me later, but it's like they talk fast, they move fast, but it's a very nervous energy. It's where it's coming from. So the person that shows up as the Lovers and the Star, I feel like they're more the Star, Aquarius energy, because the Lovers is also Gemini, which would be this person. Unless the first person also has Gemini energy, but I feel like this one is more the Gemini. So with the 3 of Wands, they do see this person as somebody who's willing to go great lengths for things that they want. They do see this person as someone who's very intuitive, but they also, it's like they have a lot of compassion for this person because they do feel like they really don't know their value. They don't know their worth. And they have figured out, of course, you know, I feel like they have more experience in some areas of life. They do see this person as like they're rushing in to want intimacy because they don't see themselves as valuable enough to hold my attention beyond that. They don't see themselves as like, it's almost like they've been told a lot. Oh, once I got to know you, I didn't want you anymore. So this person over here, the Cups person is feeling like they must have been told that a lot. So I literally, they're going to stand on their stance even stronger. Like, no, I have to show this person that getting to know them is what made me fall in love with them. Not their dick, not their sex, not their sexual energy, but their persona, who they are. I have to show them they are valuable, they are worthy. Okay. How does the Cup person feel about this? I'm going to call them Gemini because there's so much Gemini energy. And if it's not Gemini, please forgive me, guys, but that's just what I'm feeling so strongly. Keep in mind, this could be their rising sign. This could be their moon sign, their Mars, their Venus. It could also be their, not just their sun sign. It could also be that they have that dominance in their chart, as in maybe they have a lot of planets in the 3rd house of Gemini. So it can play out a lot of different ways. Just go with it, okay? What's the emotion, the Cup person? What do they feel for this Magician? We've got the Knight of Cups. The 9 of Cups. Oh, the Lovers. The 2 of Cups. That's so cute. All right. With the 7 of Cups. Okay. So first of all, the 7 of Cups, they are a little confused still. They can see through this person, but because there's so much mercurial energy. No, again, it could be Virgo. I could be wrong because there's Mercury here. So it could be Virgo too. Regardless, the Mercury person. There's so much Mercury energy, which means it's scattered. It's a lot of scattered energy. Mercury is a very quick thinker, quick speaker, quick actor, but it's all over the place, right? So let's be real. So they are looking at them like there's a lot of facets to them, and they're trying to, almost like they're trying to piece together the different pieces of them so that they have a better idea of who this person is. Knight of Cups, they are starting, again, the Knight of Cups showed up twice. So I feel like they're both in this place. They're starting to put this person on a pedestal. Even if this person doesn't see themselves as worthy, they see them as worthy. They're like, okay, so I can tell this person's really intelligent. They're really intuitive. They're very, they go for the long haul. They're very giving. They've been through a lot. So they're starting to put them on a pedestal. Nine of Cups, they really enjoy their time around this person. It's like a pleasure to just spend time with them. The Lovers. This one is Beauty and the Beast. So I'm not sure whether they see the Mercury person as Beauty or the Beast, but they definitely feel like there's a really beautiful bond here. And Two of Cups, they can already feel the emotional intimacy. They can already feel a connection. They can already feel, you see how their hands are entwined, their fingers are laced together. So they're like, they can already feel the closeness that's being created in this connection. Let's look at the other side, because I know I'm taking a long time, but these are two very different people. Now let's ask about the Mercury person. So how does the Mercury person see the water, the Ace of Cups person? How do they see the Ace of Cups person? Eight of Coins. Knight of Cups. The Chariot. The Devil and the Two of Cups. I don't know why this is funny, but it is. Okay. Wow, with the Knight of Wands. Isn't that interesting? They both see each other as somebody who's rushing towards something, but it's different somethings that they're rushing towards. So, okay, I have to say something here. Everybody holds something different as sacred, right? So let's say the person that has the cups, the one that has a lot of air energy, water energy, they hold sex as sacred. They hold it as something that is only between couples, right? That's not something you can just give to everybody. The other person, the Mercury person, sex is, that comes and goes, but their heart is not something that they give to everybody. And it's like they both want what the other person holds sacred, which is why they both feel like you're rushing. You're rushing, hold on, but for different reasons. Whereas the cup person feels like this person's rushing to get, what they hold sacred, which is their intimacy, physical intimacy. The other person feels like, well, you're rushing me towards emotional intimacy and I hold that sacred. So it's it's definitely something. Because they see this person as Knight of Wands, like they're rushing. They're rushing because, they feel that this person isn't comfortable in their skin. They feel like they're not comfortable in their body. They're not comfortable in their looks. However, they do see them. Eight of Coins is somebody who's willing to put in a lot of hard work. They see them as an idealist. With the Knight of Cups, they think that their head is up in the clouds. They're always dreaming of, they're unrealistic. They don't see them as very realistic. Ironically, they both see each other the same way. Chariot. Now, they do think that this person has a very strong will. And again, they're seeing them as the Emperor, but this time in the Chariot. Like, well, their will is so strong, they're willing to run over me as long as they get their way. With the Devil next to the Two of Cups, they see this person, I wouldn't say toxic so much as they see them a little controlling. They see them a little, how do I put this? Because this is like Capricorn, Scorpio energy to me. So it's like this person has to have the control, or has to have the power. They also see them as a temptation because they are feeling the bond forming. They see that person as somebody who needs to have this type of intimacy and connection, which is true. So let's see. How do they feel about them, though? Seven of Wands. How do they feel about them? Justice card. Five of Pentacles. The Fool. And the World. Wasn't that interesting? Ooh. Five of Cups. What the hell? This is... Okay. This indicates that they've known each other before. Five of Cups indicates that they've known each other before, but this person feels like they sabotaged the relationship somehow. Like maybe they came in too sexual, this person wasn't interested, and they took off. They went with somebody else, and now they regret it. They regret it deeply. With the Death card, they've changed, though. Almost like they've decided to just go with the flow. Even if they're not in agreement with how this Cup person moves forward, they're like, I guess, you know, it is what it is. Seven of Wands. They're still trying to keep this person at bay, because remember, what they find precious is the emotion. That's what the other person wants. So they're kind of like, whoa. Where the other person is like, hold on, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on my body, because, you know, that's sacred. The other person's like, whoa, keep them grubby little hands away from my heart. That's sacred. So it's a very opposite meets type of situation, but I think it's because they're so opposite that they are still intrigued. They still see each other as worth the investment. So they feel like they have to keep this person at bay. With the Justice card, they're trying to not let their heart get fully involved with this person. So with the Justice card, it's kind of like, well, what they give, I'll give, which is why the scales keep coming up, right? So picture it like this. Picture it like these two people are each standing their ground. So with the scale, this person's like, well, if they take a step, I'll take a step. And if they take a step back, then I'll take a step back. So they're kind of, again, going with the flow. They're letting the other person, almost like they're giving in a little bit of, okay, you go ahead, guide. Let's see what your guidance does. Five of Pentacles. They do feel, though, that they're not getting enough from this person. They want more. Because remember, they build bonds through physical intimacy. So they're letting the other person kind of take over, but only because they have regret from their past actions. Otherwise, they might have already walked away, but they do feel like, I want more. And yet with the Fool, they trust this person. Because they're not trying to take anything from them, even if they haven't been able to assess a lot, they do know that they trust this person. With the World card, they feel like this person is changing them. And if you notice, this World card is a couple. And they're dancing. So you know how in music, right, somebody is the one that leads and the other person is the one that allows the other to lead. But when they allow the other person to lead, you have to be a good follower too, to be able to dance in rhythm. So it's like they are trusting, they're letting the other person lead. But it's like for the first time, they're feeling like there's harmony. For the first time, they feel like this is Saturn energy. Like there's little by little a leveling up. So although they feel like they want more, they're not putting a lot of pressure either. Interesting. Interesting. So the coins are growing. 6 of coins are going to the 7 of coins. They're both putting in time. They're both putting in energy. They're both letting the other person know, I trust you. I am opening up to you. Let's see. Next set. Knight of Swords. They're asking a lot of questions. Doing a lot of... they're definitely using the time to get to know each other. Seven of Cups. The Moon. The Sun. With the Seven of Wands again. So they're still very guarded. Both people are very guarded still. They are doing the asking questions, getting to know each other. But look, they're two knights, but they're both in armor. And honestly, they're both not very realistic. This one's riding a seahorse. This is riding a Pegasus. Like, come on now. It's not really, neither one is at a better, neither one has an advantage. Let me put it that way. They're both coming from places that aren't very grounded. With the Seven of Cups, though, I think that this is more the High Priestess, because we have a lot of like questions. This is quick communication. With the Seven of Cups here, they may feel like the Emperor person, the Ace of Cups person, has a lot of options. They also see that person is very confusing, especially with the Moon. So this has two different meanings to me. One, they feel like this person has a lot of options and they hide it. Something about this person makes them very visible, and they feel like, am I going to have to be fighting off people? The second meaning to it is they find this person confusing. They're confusing because it's like they're very visible, but they're realizing there's so many different sides that they still don't know about this person. The more that they ask, the more that they talk, more comes out that they're like, oh, I didn't know about that. So that makes them more guarded, because they're like, okay, so I really have to conclude that I don't know this person well yet. There's so much to them that's still coming to the surface. Let's see. Let's ask any additional information about this little segment. We've got Justice card again. Seven of Swords. Three of Wands. The Three of Coins. Okay. So this is funny to me. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but the Mercury person is like, okay, I'm going to cooperate. So let's ask questions. Let's get to know each other. So with the Justice card, remember, whatever the Cup person gives, they give. Whatever the Cup person doesn't give, they don't give. But they are being Seven of Swords energy. So with the Seven of Cups, remember, first of all, they want to make sure that this other person isn't over here hiding all these other options. And second of all, they want to get to know this person better. But with the Seven of Swords, they're doing so a little bit in a sneaky way, almost like they may ask one question 5 different ways. Let me put it that way. And they may pretend that they're remembering something a certain way, as in checking to see if the same story will apply. If the Cup person will come back like, no, that's not what I said. I said this. Oh, okay. And it's the same thing they said before, so it's kind of like I said, they're used to a lot of deceit. They're used to a lot of things that flame out quickly. They're not really sure how to build the foundation, but they're allowing the Cup person to teach them. So they're willing to put in the work, because remember the line that comes with this one, hold on. The Three of Wands, there's always this line I forget that describes it perfectly. It's the making sacrifices and surviving trials along the way. They're willing to make the sacrifice, because they're like, okay, this feels like we're building something here. I'm willing to make the sacrifice and I guess focus on getting to know this person. Interestingly enough, we have 3 sevens here. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. This is a divine connection and a divine moment in this person's life, because it's like something is clicking for them, like, oh, okay. They're learning how to trust. Their anxiety is going down. Because remember, they started at 10 swords, then they went to 9, then they went to 8, and now they're at 7. So their anxiety is definitely being soothed. Let's see. Next set. Six of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, and the Strength card. See? The swords are going down. 10, 9, 8, and now 7. I told you. So this represents Aquarius moon energy. So it's a lot more, even if it is meant to indicate deceit, it's a lot more strategic. It's not nervous anymore. It's more relaxed, but it's more strategic. So they're both showing up in sword energy. And with this, it's letting me know that it's almost like they're playing chess. There must be some bantering here. There must be some mental challenges they're both placing on each other. But interestingly enough, each love story is different. And this love story, it's like they have to go through this to be able to trust each other. They're bonding. Six of Cups, they're actually building memories. It's gaining strength. It's gaining power. Let's see, anything else? King of Swords, okay. Eight of Swords. 10 of Coins. 10 of Wands. With the 6 of Coins. See, again, the King of Swords shows up twice. So I feel like this person who had all this nervous energy, it's like it's calming down. The mind is still very strong. King of Swords energy. But it's almost like because the nervous energy has calmed down, now it's a lot more strategic. Now it's a lot more focused. With the Eight of Swords here, it's almost like they're having a lot of breakthroughs. They're having a lot of realizations. And with the Eight of Swords here, they're realizing, am I the one that actually wasn't comfortable in my skin? Wasn't comfortable, not in my skin, but who I am? Am I not comfortable in who I am? Do I really see long-term stability as a lot of responsibility, as a lot of burden? And maybe I kept saying that's what I wanted, but now that I'm faced with it, it seems like a lot. Now, because the Seven of Swords is here, I don't think that they're sharing that with the Queen of Swords. I think that because they're both showing up in sword energy, there's a lot of conversations being had. There's a lot of depth because Six of Cups is a Scorpio sun. There's a lot of depth in those conversations. And it's bringing up a lot of realizations for this King of Swords, possibly about their family or the way they view family or the way they view responsibilities. But with the Six of Coins, there's definitely a very equal, calm, because it is Taurus moon, right? A very calm way to deal with things. Interestingly, this is Taurus moon, this is Aquarius moon, which would square, right? Because they're different energies. So a very different approach to things, but it's still soothing. Because here's the thing, I can almost guarantee the King of Swords is also opening up the Queen of Swords to different things. But because I feel like the Queen of Swords is more showed up in Emperor energy, they're a lot more sure of themselves. They're a lot more confident. They're a lot more structured and organized in how they approach things. Okay, so let's put these up here. I'm going to end part 1 here. If you guys have already subscribed, I will see you on the other side with part 2. And thank you for being here. Bye-bye.